All right, we are live and ready to rock and roll. Can you guys, everybody say hello?
Hello,
Hello.
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 Oh, you got a visitor.
Little bit of lag. I love it.
Awesome. Okay, so we have sound. Everybody can be heard. Um, let's go ahead and get things started.
Uh-oh,
So,
twitched. There we go.
let's go ahead and start with. Um, we're just going to go from left to. Actually, going to go around the screen here, as seen on the stream. Starting with Reno. What is your
Yes.
the when you think of Dungeons and Dragons, what is the monster that comes to mind and why?
Very first monster that comes to mind is always the ogre. I'm sorry, the oak. I meant the oak. The orc. There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
The orc is
So
the
close.
one I think of first, and then after that would technically be dragon.
Okay.
Especially right in the name.
And why do you think of the orc?
Because he's the meanest and baddest of the henchmen that were available, and nowadays it's insanity. But orcs have been around for a long time, and they're very nasty and they're very adaptable, and they're never good. Ogre, yeah, sure, could be good. Orc, no. Kill on sight. We ain't doing no bartering here with him.
All right. And what about you, Micah?
Um, Probably the dragon, as tacky as it sounds. There's just so many badass dragons in Dungeons and Dragons, and I don't do much reading, so all the dragon lore I have is pretty much from Dungeons and Dragons. So the wide variety of things that dragons can do in this game is insane. All the way from like shape shifting to all their different various breath weapons to the lifespan of a dragon and how they age and everything. So dragons is definitely the most iconic one, at least for me.
Very nice. All right. And what about you, Kendrick?
It would be uh, right now probably the Demogorgon because I'm so into Stranger Things.
Okay.
So love the whole way that kind of went weaved itself into their story.
Oh, you're talking about the
And
show, not your
Reminded
sexual proclivity.
me
Oh.
Confusing me for a second.
yeah, reminded of the early days of mine.
all right. And then what about you, Mantha?
Uh, owl bears. Because it bothers me that they are monstrosities and cannot be tamed. I just want to tame an owl bear. They're so cute.
Owl bear.
Yeah.
Yes, they're a
Okay.
real hoot.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
see one
near
of the
like the same
upcoming
way
movie.
excitement.
As in a werewolf, but an owl, or
Uh,
that dog is going to eat this stuff right off his table. I guarantee it.
It's
no, they're just D&D creatures that are a mix between owls and bears, and they're fucking
Ah.
massive. And it's just that's the first creature that comes to mind because I want to tame one so badly.
So just some inside baseball. Um, the new D&D movie that's been spoiled and is coming out is going to have to do one of two things. They're either going to have to break the rules of D&D or make owlbear a class for druid. In the trailer, the guy turns into an owlbear, so we're presuming he's a druid, and that is currently not something you can turn into as a druid. So they're either going to have to fix that, meaning that you could play an owlbear potentially, or just break the rules of D&D and say sorry. It's a movie. Deal with it. Suck it up.
I mean, polymorph?
or I was gonna say he takes a polymorph portion
Not in the fight.
or cast
He is in the
polymorph
middle.
himself.
He is in the
Oh yeah,
middle of a
no.
fight and
Yeah.
just pops into the thing. No potion seen, unless it's so fast you can't see it. But who knows?
forecast, calling more on himself. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, watch the preview. It's really cool, but it breaks some rules, so I'm excited about specifically owlbears for that because I agree. I want to be an owlbear too. I think they're the handsomer bugbears, but hey.
All right, and
Owls are pretty cool.
Lord Cinder, what D&D monster comes to mind when you think of D&D?
Honestly,
Oh
kobolds.
wow, that's cool.
Nice choice.
Yeah.
As weird as
Solid.
that might
Not-
sound.
No,
Not
absolutely
cobalt.
makes sense.
Like, I don't know. They're just when you start a D&D campaign, you're guaranteed to fight a handful of kobolds, like every other,
Yeah.
interaction.
And Cobalt is also a computer language.
I actually did not know that.
Yes. Fortran, Cobalt. What was the
Totally
other
different spelling, but yes. All right, so excellent.
one? Do I get points as a pun at least, since you spell everything?
It's already been put in the stream. Absolutely. So,
Uh oh.
yeah, there's
Nice.
a podcast where they are playing Dungeons and Dragons, and every time the players or the characters make a pun, they take 1d4 psychic damage. All the other players, and then
You need to do that.
about
I'll be the
level
only adventurer
3
left.
or level 4, they changed it to where if one of them says a pun, everybody takes psychic damage unless the next person can say a pun as well that's related to the same subject,
You
and then
joined
they
in.
don't take the damage,
Really?
but everybody else does. And so it's
Like Uno
it's a
plus
big,
2 cards.
exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's great.
maybe that should be something that you do for the stream, Eric. Get
There
them
you
to
go.
spend anytime someone says a pun because it's pretty punny in here. Let's be real,
See,
Oh
the
yeah.
thing is
So
that Sven also partakes in the puns, so.
I mean, yeah,
You're saying it like
let
it's something new.
let the
Oh
stream
yeah,
roll a d6 or
sure,
something,
not new at all.
Say that pun wasn't good.
Mm,
Don't ever say that again.
I mean, I think the
Right.
joke was just punderated.
Yeah, no,
Now
kobolds
that one
for sure,
wasn't
all
bad.
day.
Nobody knows what punderated means, and they had to look it up, so it was funny.
You don't know what underrated is?
I think you said punderated,
Yeah, I did.
like Persephone, or never mind.
No, I said
Poetic.
underrated making
Yes,
a pun.
yes, the way you said it. Never mind. My bad.
Hey, if you have to pontificate on your joke, it's not that good.
Exactly. I
All
give
right.
that a B minus at best.
I don't
So
even know how many pun counters I'm supposed to do, but I'm just gonna do 3 more.
I added bard
So
stuff,
would a
mantle of inspiration to
would a
your bard
bard
stuff.
be considered a pundit then?
It depends on the bard. Some of them are
If
not
he's
very
good at
punny at
puns?
all.
It depends.
All right.
Right. And whoever started this ridiculousness gets to be choked by the nearest person. How about that?
I
Not even in the
mean,
game.
hey, if
Just
they're
randomly
into it.
hands come out from behind. Well, we know John is, so those special activities he's doing.
Oh, I'd rather not think about that.
That's a short or long rest. All right. So your actions have been added to your actions page for your bard stuff. The mantle of inspiration. The only confusing thing about that is that you use the mantle of inspiration to apply the effect, but you check off your bardic inspiration. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, one more time. No, I'm gonna be honest. I tuned in like 2 seconds
So if you
to
look
that.
at your actions page, you'll see there are, under Bard stuff, you have your Mantle of Inspiration now.
Yes, I
So
saw that earlier. Yeah.
there is an effect underneath that. So you use the effect, but you check off a Bardic Inspiration
Okay.
because it uses up a Bardic Inspiration to do that.
Gotcha.
All right. Everything else is set. You have your spell. You have your proficiency. You have your enthralling performance. If you don't know what your enthralling performance does, read it. It's in your abilities. So, last week, now that we know a little bit more about what makes everybody here tick as players, let's get back into the specifics of what happened last week. You guys were fighting, finishing up the fights in the arena, and you destroyed the 3 devils that you were tasked to destroy, and then you were given some stuff by Rakdos and his minion, who had tasked you to do those things. You had then were also,
But
as
that's not a
part of
pun. It's an
what you were
actual
given,
word.
correct, as part of, and they're all still in the party sheet, as a matter of fact. Um, and so as they handed out the stuff, you also remembered your names again, and then you were, as promised, sent back to where you came from. They just happened to pick the one person who was not from Phandalin and sent you back to Waterdeep.
They picked the one person that was actually just near nobody else. He was an outlier and should not have been counted.
And
Oh,
even though
by the
nobody,
way,
go ahead.
I was gonna ask, do we have a map that shows where Waterdeep and where Phandalin is geographically? Because I know Waterdeep's a huge town and Neverwinter's a huge town, but I
Way
don't know
off.
where they are geographically on a map in the world of D&D.
Okay,
I
so
don't think
this,
it's even on there.
I will find one
They
for
have
you
the
in
map.
just a moment.
Cool. Well, we don't have to wait for it. I'm just saying, eventually, if you get a map to show us where we are versus theoretically where we're gonna end up at, that'd be cool. Because like I know where Detroit is on a map right now, but
Right?
if you told me where Papua
Go
New
there.
Guinea is, I have no idea where Papua New Guinea is compared to where I am currently. So
Well, what
Right.
good are you, lad?
So, this is a larger map, but I'm zooming in. See if I can try to get, uh, here we go. There we go. All right. So that's as zoomed in as I can get.
Oh, yeah. This is-
North Coast.
So it's going to take a moment, but once it loads,
There it is.
it looks like it slid a little bit. So if you zoom out just a
There you
little
go.
bit, it's above Daggerford. Um,
New
there's
spot.
Oh, yeah, way up
Waterdeep,
there.
Move the whole map north, will ya?
and then you see Wood of
Yeah, I was
Sharp
just looking
Teeth. Phandalin is between the Wood of Sharp Teeth and just above the. Here, I'll leave a. Once, let me see. I don't have a. I have to wait for it to catch up. But it's in between the two, above. Ooh,
Whoa!
Oh
that's
no!
weird.
at.
Everybody
Okay.
disconnected, including my person, except Taugen. That's weird.
I'm gone. I'm still gone.
Hey,
It's
Taugen has
taking
some
a
sort of
while.
secret going on because.
No, I also got kicked out.
That is weird
It's just
because
taking a
it's still
while to show
running.
on his
Yeah,
It doesn't show that
so
you
did
have.
I. Wipe me out.
I show
Well, I just
Micah,
happened to touch a key as you did that. I'm like, oh no.
Kendrick, Lord Cinder. So you guys, Mantha, and so Reno, go ahead and connect. There it is. All
Yep.
right. So we will go
Not there,
ahead
but I connected.
It's fine, guys.
join.
You
There
are
we go.
gonna have to send that map again.
Anyway, so that's where it is. It's way above. Um,
Yeah.
it's about a month's travel
Oof.
because the King's Road does not go directly all the way up. I thought I showed you disconnected.
Yeah, I'm connecting now. I don't know why it never told you that I disconnected, but I got kicked off the same time as everybody else.
It's just like you didn't lose your name. You're like must be special or something.
Well, I am chief moderator, so
Didn't let me in. I started to set a flying file list, went up, started loading, and then kicked me out again.
oof.
Yeah, same thing.
I just completely reset my fantasy ground, so I don't know.
Just restart it completely.
Yeah, I completely exited out and then
All right, well, try it again one more time.
it again. But
Uno más, por favor.
oh no mess. Oh, acquiring file list. Yay.
So while you guys, as you guys bamfed back into Waterdeep, you found yourselves in the Yawning Portal Tavern. And does anybody remember why it's called the Yawning Portal?
Because there's like a giant hole in the ground that leads to like a dungeon. That's what I know about the yawning portal.
But why is it yawning? I get the portal part.
I don't know.
Because you're drunk from beer,
It's a big
from
old hole.
mead,
Looks like the earth is opening up and yawning. I don't know.
and their barge just happened to be there. I get it. Not.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called a yawning portal besides what she said. I believe
There might be
little-
more of a reason, but
there's like a giant dungeon that is never ending under it somewhere.
Yes, it did not spring up in the middle of the bar. Their meat is good, though. I should say their ale.
My character is not in my character selection.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine always
Right,
does it
I'm
when I
gonna,
start up. It takes a couple
I'm
minutes,
gonna do the.
but it's not letting me
stuff
pick
that-
mine. Oh, but it's still loading. Others like graphics are still showing up for me. So
No, my
I also
graphics
have no
been frozen
background.
for a bit, so we'll see.
Yep.
That just means it
If
hasn't loaded
not,
yet, so give it a moment to load.
oh, there we go. I'm like, I joined before everybody else.
There it is.
all, all I remember is that the tavern barkeep insulted me, so I went out to the streets to play some songs.
He's like, well, fuck
Is
you
it an
too, and just
insult
went
if
right
it's true?
outside to busk.
I mean, no. I mean, depends. You're using facts as though they're insults.
How dare he?
It's a
No,
gray area.
no, I don't think it was necessarily insulting, but I think my character has, you know, a
Resentment.
big ego, right?
Yep.
So I've got access to everything else. Everything seems to be working just fine. I just have no character and no background.
I see my character. I just can't grab
Well,
him.
you have to play everybody because we can't get in.
It's fully loaded.
So I show that things are still
Oh, okay,
being
I'm up.
requested from various users. So
I guess it's also really fucking slow because all of us are joining at the same time.
yes,
I'm good to go.
So that's probably affecting things.
Yeah, whenever mine's loading, it's usually everything else is just you can't really do anything. I just kind of have to wait. Now I've got full access to everything. Everything's working as normal, just nothing on my screen.
We still blame you, but that's okay.
Ding
But in the
ding,
color, in the
blame
color
you.
selection, I've got nothing in the character selection.
all right. Well, this is an interesting development in that I haven't seen this happen before. Do you guys remember the story of the yawning portal?
No.
Nope.
Not really, no.
So Dungren is the bartender,
Hmm.
and he and a partner. There was this before the yawning portal was a hole in the ground. It was a large mage tower, and with all these rumors of untold wealth underneath and everything, um, that had collapsed. So he and his partner went down there searching with a couple other people, found a bunch of treasure, came back up. His friend took off and lived a life of luxury. Last he knew, he decided to build a tavern over it. So cleared away the ruins and built a tavern over it, and now charges people to go down. Um, 1 gold to go down, and 1 gold in advance to come back up.
So hey, I
They
mean,
are
if you die down there, your family gets a gold piece.
they are
I guess my only question is, at what point is it a portal? Because he has like a basket on a chain he puts you up and down through. Is that what he's calling the portal part, or is there like a magical portal somewhere?
there's not a magical portal, no. It's just
Okay.
a entrance into another realm. So that's why they call it a portal.
Mm.
All right, let me get them.
That's why it's yawning. Jeez.
So it's still asking, it's still sending out all these requests for files and things. Once that's done, then you should have access to your character. If you don't already, I would close the character selection if you haven't already, and then just wait until it's done requesting everything. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Maybe the fancy grounds glitched for a second. The actual
Let's go with that one.
Maybe.
whatever it is that they use
It
to
won't let me
connect all
in,
the
so
players.
I'll be there shortly. I'm here to role play because I don't have stats.
Well, luckily we are out of combat at the moment. So.
Heck yeah.
All right, so let me see if if it will allow me in.
So, can everybody tell us about this town?
I'm
Or is
in
it
all
favorite?
my setup, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that,
Oh,
Who was from it?
So I
Wasn't
see
Taugen from this town?
No, it's Zorkel
Zorkel.
is from here.
Ah, all
Toggen's
right,
from
Zircon.
like the mountains.
I was there for a minute. Oh, our character was there and then it disappeared. How
All right.
weird.
Can't go around.
I forgot to ask this last week before I stormed off out of the bar. But are there even people around?
Oh yes,
That's a
it's
good
been very
question to
busy.
ask.
The streets are busy. The tavern is starting to get busy.
So there's
Oh,
like people. Like we're inside the town. We're not
It's
like in
mixed
a
race, though. Don't be
suburb.
prejudiced.
We're not like in a suburb away
Hey,
from
I
the
got something
town
here.
or something like that, are we?
Correct. You are inside the town proper.
Okay, cool.
It takes about a day to
Capital One.
travel from one end of the town to the other,
Oh, damn.
north to south. Takes about
Wow.
a third of that going east to west.
Come on, cat. Oh my god.
It is a huge town. All right, so it looks like it may have stopped. It's not letting me in, so I'm going to leave and try again. Oh, there it goes again. All right.
After I got in, I had to wait like
Yeah.
pretty long, and it just eventually loaded up.
Mhm.
All right, so it is letting me interact a little bit. So let me go ahead and we have Toggin.
We do
We
have
have
time.
Zorgle.
Probably the most random name I've ever named a character.
We
No,
have
stay with it, my dude.
Godin. Scrambles.
It's like I'm not playing. I'll just start looking up all the pun jokes.
Hmm. Well, don't force it.
Really?
We gotta
Isn't
just
that
happen.
isn't that the number one requirement for a pun joke? Is just forced?
But like,
Oh, I'm hearing sounds.
it's more like you think of it and then you say it. It's not like a studying for a test and memorizing the answers, you know?
I disagree.
That's
I don't
weird. It
know.
wouldn't let me transfer the potion of fire resistance to Scrambles. Interesting. I think it's because he changed his name and now it's too long. It's breaking fancy grounds.
Yeah,
Oh, there we
definitely.
go. It came up. Try it again. Yes. I am
So I
up
open
and
the combat
running.
tracker to go look at how long his name is. Oh yeah, that's a little bit longer.
How do you check the name? Your cursor over the thing?
I opened the combat tracker and then I just
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
made it longer so that I could see the full name.
Just found out I could change my name, so I was like, "Oh, I could add my full title in this bitch." We're doing it.
You only found out you could change your name after Sven was like, I don't feel like changing your name back.
Yep.
You do it.
And so I was like, "Ooh."
I heard it. Somebody got me. Who, who was that? Dances with
Here's some
Kobolds.
tinkling.
Welcome, welcome. The Yeah, so what's happening is we were playing and everybody got kicked off, including me on my own from my own computer. Um, and now everybody's back except me. In about a moment, I'm just going to share the GM screen until mine loads. Um, so let's see if it'll work. And let me go ahead and switch screens while we're waiting for that. So everybody's in Baldur's Gate at the Yawning Portal. So appreciate you stopping by.
I just took screenshots of all of my stats in case it crashes. That way we don't even need fantasy grounds.
You're a strong and
Yeah, they're
independent man. Don't need no fantasy grounds.
Like when people play D&D on their phones, like they used to do in the old school pioneer times.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yo, I got dice. Don't even tempt me.
Oh my!
Well,
I
physical
know
dice
my
is shit.
modules.
Alex is the only one that got
all right. Let's try
dice in
this.
my family.
I only hit 7 nat 20s tonight. Don't worry about it.
Only
You know?
7, yeah. Yeah, see that's the thing
There
about
we go.
long
Boom.
distance D&D with IRL dice.
Oh,
Is that you have to have
it
the trust.
undid all of my saved modules are undone.
Mm.
I have no modules listed.
Well,
All right, lovely.
sucks, I guess.
Gotta start over.
Odds are in our favor.
All right. So you guys had heard this. Um, Zorko had told you guys some of the story, uh, and Scrambles had talked to somebody as well who filled them in on to as to what all happened, and how it got its name and everything like that. Um, and then Zorkel had asked if he could busk
And we said no.
and perform, and he was told no, and not at this time. He has to get him. He has to get a more. He has to get more renowned and known before he can perform there. So we went outside and started busking, and that is where we left
None of this
off.
Beyonce shit, right?
The rest of you went up and started to go shower and bathe, and I mean not shower, but
Thank God.
bathe and start getting some rest. Let's see if it'll let me join. Yeah, I'm not sure. It might be easier. Oh, it shows I'm connected. There we go. All right,
Ooh,
so we're starting to get there. Okay, so hopefully we will be live and ready to go. Um,
here's open.
okay, so dare we risk it again? Let's see.
No, let's not risk it. Fuck it, it's far away.
So yes, the road does not go all the way north. It stops at Baldur's Gate, or starts at Baldur's Gate, depending on how you're looking at it, going all the way down into Amen, the country below you, and then it doesn't pick up again until Dragonspear Castle, or Daggerford, depending on where you are along the coast, how far inland you want to go, and then it goes up through Waterdeep. Above Waterdeep is Neverwinter, and then eventually the Icewind Dale, the 10 towns of Icewind Dale.
Wow.
So that is where you are. That's the Sword Coast. There's also a
Islands out there.
underground called the Underdark
Heck, I'm sorry.
that is as expansive, but much more difficult to travel through. All right, so what would you guys like to do? Is anybody doing anything special before you take your long rest? It's still relatively early in the afternoon. It's about 3 o'clock. Did you guys?
None of the good bars are open yet.
I'm
You
And
are
the
pretty
none of the
tired from
bars
the rest.
special.
Well, you're in a bar,
I'm
so
I'm set up to play a song outside.
I meant the nudie bar. They
Okay.
aren't good until later in the evening.
Okay.
I'm set up outside with a chest in front of me, about to play a lute.
okay.
Lot or loot?
Lute.
A lot of loots. Um,
Yes.
I think after Toggin, bays, he's going to like go back down to like the main bar area, and he wants to like, I guess, ask around about like what kind of potion makers there are in the city, cause he doesn't know. He's never been here before.
Whom are you asking?
I think he would definitely start with like the barkeeper, and uh, if he doesn't have the information that he's looking for, I guess start asking around with the patrons.
Oh crap!
All right, give me a persuasion.
Hey yo.
Can I help her with that?
Oh no, I don't need the help. Charisma is his main stat. It's his spellcasting stat.
Uh,
All right, so what is it that you're looking for? You're looking for an alchemist? You're looking for reagent shop? What are you
So
let
basically
go read
he
hard.
he basically he wants to learn more about like potion making from outside his clan. So he's basically looking for somebody who makes potions that he can talk to and maybe like shadow them for like a day and figure out like how they do the things that they do.
All right, so you're
So,
looking for an alchemist,
okay.
and
What do we have? Inventory.
he gives you directions to the closest alchemist, which is about 4 blocks away.
Okay.
Hmm.
Brambles would like to find a blacksmith, and he will ask the bartender, "Hey, where's the town's quickest blacksmith?"
Right here in your group.
That's
I
not true.
mean,
You don't even have a forge.
I
it's
have,
true.
I have tools. I can make it. Just give me your head. That'll be hard enough.
There you go.
And I mean, I don't know who has the hottest temper here, but that could probably heat some metal.
All right, so he gives you directions. There aren't a whole lot of blacksmiths in this area. There is a whitesmith, but
Uh, uh,
they work with silver.
Well, that's why we're trying to start a
And
business back in Fenelon, right?
Actually, that's perfect. Where's the whitesmith?
so he gives you directions about 6 blocks away. This section of town does not have a lot of high, expensive things. This is more of a more sketchier part of town.
That's fine. I will ask Jackson if he'll accompany me to the whitesmith. I need some work done, and I don't want to get the wool pulled over my eyes, and he knows what he's talking about. So I'll ask I'll ask him if he'll come with me. I want to commission a piece.
And he certainly will.
Certainly.
Certainly.
Oh, I want this.
And like,
Oh, before we all leave the bar at one time, do we want to talk about coming back to the bar at one time?
oh yeah, no, fuck you guys. We're all just leaving each other,
I
abandoning.
haven't left yet. I just got information. And I know
No.
that
It's true.
Charlie is probably outside, and I know you're standing next to me, also
Yeah.
talking to the bartender. So right now would be a good time to talk about, hey, do we want to meet back here? Do we want to burn the town down? What do we want to do?
Ooh, now we're talking.
Well, I do not think that arson will be. I feel like it might be looked down upon. So maybe no burning downtown.
Okay, so I'll see you here tonight. I
There
have
is a
some
good chance.
errands I need to run.
Hmm. I would also like to run errands, so I guess we will meet back.
Perfect.
And you leave messages for, or do you go up to where Jackson is?
Well, I have Jackson with me because I asked him to
Yeah.
help me. So it's me and
Yeah, we're going.
Jackson and Taugen now. The only person who doesn't know at this point is Gowden and Nostril or Zackril or whatever his name is. I can't think of it.
It's
Zorkel.
Zorkel.
That's right,
Snorkel.
Zorkel.
Nostril.
It's like snorkel.
Snorkel.
We've
There you
only
go.
known him for like 6 hours, okay?
Snorkel.
You
If
can't
that, yeah.
expect me to know his name already.
I mean, to be fair, we met this guy and then immediately just had like a sleepover. So,
Yeah. We spend the night together, Micah. Thank
I
you.
forgot. I
jeez.
forgot about that. I was a little busy.
Guys
Anywho,
haven't taken a long
Brambles
rest
is
yet.
only interested in having
I know we
one-night
haven't rested at
stands.
all.
You have not spent the night together yet.
Yes. Anyway,
I thought we did like
we did
at
before
least,
the
like,
fight.
yeah, before the fight.
Yeah, we haven't since the fight got done though.
Mm.
Okay. Well, um,
Let's do it.
do I see Godden in the bar anywhere, or is he still bathing?
God ends up still
Ho-
upstairs.
Hopefully he's still better. Hopefully he's
Okay.
still
Yeah,
better.
I just went. I didn't go bathing. I went to eat and sleep.
Okay. Well, I will leave a message with the barkeep. Hey, will you let the giant bugbear thing know that we're planning on staying here tonight? And then I'll put my name down. I'll have a little note. I don't know if I can even write. How do you know if you can read or write?
Your intelligence is above 10.
We are at 10. What does that mean?
You
Think
can
you
read.
right?
Okay, good. My intelligence is the
Speak
number
the
that
language.
comes. Yeah, my intelligence is 10, and that is all I know. All
You
right, cool.
can, yeah. You the 10 is the average for the average person
Okay,
in
cool.
the world. So, you're good.
Well, then, yeah, I will leave a message with the barkeep. Hey, will you let him know? And I'll tip the barkeep so he'll actually tell him. Let me go to my inventory real quick. I'm going to give him 5 copper pieces. I feel like that's a pretty good. What is that? Is that like equivalent to like a couple bucks, or what is that dollar wise? Is that relatively good amount, or is that like I gave him 50 cents to do
It's
something?
silver.
You gave him
It's,
You
some pennies
know,
off the top.
from
he's silver. You
in
gotta give him silver.
Neverwinter, the
Yeah.
average wage is 1 gold a week.
Oh, then yeah, 5 copper's plenty to be like tell somebody something. So yeah, I will give him 5 copper, which I've taken out of my inventory, to let Gowden know that we're gonna plan to stay here for the night. If he would be here, that would be awesome. And
Okay.
then I think the two of us are gonna head out to go look for the silversmith.
Yep. You gotta get on that real quick.
On the way out,
Mm.
when we
Before
see
we leave,
Zorkel,
should
we'll tell him.
before
Go
we
ahead.
leave, we should probably get rooms
Very
Good
good.
call. I have a room.
so we know to so we know we have a place to get back to. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
true.
Tuggen did.
That's true. Yeah, if you haven't got a room, you should definitely get one. It's only like a gold. It's not that bad.
That's a week's salary.
Or you can stay with other people. It's cheaper if you want to have a roommate.
It's true. Mm. I don't think people would want to bunk with the weird ass Goliath though, so I'll just spend a gold.
On the way out of the bar, I'm gonna. I presumably will see Zorkel. Is that accurate, or is he like hidden?
Correct.
Okay. So when I see Zorkel, I will let him know. Hey, we're gonna crash here tonight. I'd like to talk to you some more to see if you'd like to be a part of our guild and maybe join us. So if you wouldn't mind, dinner's on me tonight. If you want to crash here.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Were you talking to me? I had somebody come up.
No, he's talking to the bard.
Okay, I'm
Circle.
like
Yeah, we lost him. I don't know if he's there or not.
That's
I
okay.
don't, so I can't see Discord to see. He's in Discord, but he's muted, so he
I'm sure he would.
might having family aggro.
I
Um,
I
mean,
can't
maybe
imagine
he's
he'd be
been
like,
talking
"Fuck that
back.
guy."
I'm
And
sorry.
You're
All right,
good.
so
Yeah, he's been talking back, just muted. Oop.
All right. So
you
then we're
want to
gonna head out.
recap what he said? What you said?
Yeah. Hey, I'd like you to join our guild, and we're gonna meet up here tonight to go over plans for the next couple of days. I'll buy dinner if you'd like to talk to us and talk about money and all that fun stuff with you later on, if you don't mind.
Oh, I never turned down free food.
Perfect. Then I will see you tonight for dinner.
All right.
Free and food are two of my favorite four-letter F words.
Yes.
Fudge too. They didn't use fake letters back then.
Your intelligence below 9.
All right. So, Toggin and Scrambles, go ahead and give me percentiles. And
Okay.
Zorkol, you should have 3 rolls in front of you. Ship of Fools, thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate you very much. 9 months, that is awesome. You have um, been here long enough to birth a child. So thank you.
The Twitch
I
baby.
appreciate it. That is, um,
Which
check him
baby? That's what
out.
happens when your mom drinks.
He is back. He was gone for a while because of computer and COVID and computer COVID. Now he's back. So
Computer.
Saturday, check him out. Um, he's doing a little pirate campaign. So he's awesome. You should check him out. Ship of Fools. Twitch.tv/ the ship of, actually, the ship O fools. All together, one word.
Ship of fools.
All right. So overall, you did fairly well with your busking. How long are you going to stay out there?
I'm thinking, am I doing like really well or just like are people like noticing? Have I made any money yet? Like with the chest
Yeah, they're
out in front of
tossing
me?
in coins every once in a while.
Probably, I want to say like an hour. Yeah.
All right. So if you're staying out there an hour, you make 16 silver and 9 copper.
Nice. I'm down. Anything's free, right? Anything free is worth it.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. Um, cool. Did they tell me? I guess if that's what I made an hour. They tell me where they were going, like to the blacksmith.
Yeah, I definitely would have mentioned that I was going to the silversmith, but that I'd be back for dinner.
I guess I'll go try to see if I can find out where that is. Follow him
All
over
right.
there.
So you've
Meet him
got an
there.
hour before that happens. So
Yeah, yeah.
we'll with the
Let them do
percent.
their thing.
All right. So Toggin, you get to go first.
Yeah.
What are you looking to accomplish as you come in there? You see, it's a um, there's a setup, very cramped. Lots of as you come in, it's humid, and you're inundated with little hints of ginger and some lavender, and then some putrid smell wafts, and it seems like every step you take is a different smell. As you're looking, you see the road. There are rows of different potions, different elixirs, creams, along two of the walls in the center are rows, shelves with different ingredients. And then there's a main counter, and behind the counter, there's another set of both things.
Okay. Toggin wants to go talk to whoever's running the shop. Um,
As you come in, there's a young half elf, and she steps forward and give me just a second here, and asks what you would like.
hello. Or oh gosh, character voice is not doing it tonight. Um, are you the one
Perfect.
who makes these potions?
And she sort of chuckles. No, I don't have the I don't have the training to do that. I'm just uh, here earning a living until I can save up enough to go get some training. So, sorry. So, Martian
Please
Cat,
do the
thank you so
dream.
much for the raid. Appreciate it. Awesome.
So-
Martian Cat does the remember the old Choose Your Fate books. They're new and updated, uh, and there's on the apps and stuff, and so she does that. She's very good at what she does, all different voices. She has guest people to come on do different voices for her as well as she's reading through these different choose your own adventure things. And they're not boring stuff, as things like vampires and pirates and stuff. Really cool stuff. So check her out. Martian Cat with a K, altogether one word. Check her out. And you may see Ship of Fools, Jingo on there as well. All right. So, anyway, getting thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate you. We are in Neverwinter, at the just outside the yawning portal. I mean, not Neverwinter. We're in Waterdeep.
I'm
Um,
like, huh.
and so she says, "Yeah, well, I'm hoping to be a bard one day and uh, regale the citizens of Waterdeep with my singing. But for now, I'm just hawking potions. What do you need?"
It is good dream. I I I would like to get in contact with whoever makes the potions here, and I would pay to let me shadow them for a day. Sorry, there's people. Basically, he wants to shadow whoever makes the potions, and I guess like learn how they do potions around these parts.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a percentile.
Mm, let's see.
All right. So this older, can't really tell what he is. He's wearing this knit cap over his head, um, but humanoid, human, elf, half elf. Not really sure. Um, comes out and sort of looks you up and down, slightly bent over a little bit. You can see he's got stains on his fingers from and very strong forearms, and he's wearing an apron. So you're looking to shadow me, eh? Well, come on, hold on a minute. And he comes back and he brings out a mortal and pestle. It tells you to make him a healing potion using ingredients, the proper ingredients, and sort of folds his hands. Um, Indicates that you can go among the shelves and get what you need. and waits.
Well, I think Toggins he's probably just gonna look around the shelves. Are the ingredients here ones that he recognizes and
Yes.
uses? Okay. Uh in that case he's going to I think he's going to try to make his a healing potion. He's gonna make a healing potion. Sorry. Words. Mm. And yeah, I don't know what you want me to do to see how well he does that.
All right. So this is something that you've done many times. You also can do it on the fly during combat.
Mhm.
So it's not a challenge to you. It's something easy that you can do. You don't need a roll for that. Um, you bring it up, you do what you need to do, and pour it into the little vial that's provided. And he sort of grunts. All right. Well, if you want to work, um, it's not going to be free. You're going to have to do what I say and try not to bump into things. Uh, show up at first watch, and you're welcome to stay if you want. And then he grabs the stuff and goes back into the room.
Those are agreeable terms. I will do these. And he's going to as I look at my inventory, he's going to tip the girl working the counter. Screw it. Mantha doesn't have a concept of money in this world, so none of Mantha's characters do. So he's going to
Well, as
tip
I said,
the
he would know by this point from talking to the other ones the average weekly wage in you don't know Waterdeep. Nobody's asked, but Neverwinter, where you guys and Phandalin, where you were from, is about a gold
Mhm.
a week.
Well, this girl's saving up for college. He's going to tip her a gold piece for her trouble.
Okay, so it quickly disappears,
Before he
and
can realize that he gave her the wrong coin. I feel that.
she says, and what was the name?
I am Togen the Richaser Catho clan. It is
Right, and you
nice to
see
meet
she
you.
makes a little tag, puts it around the potion, and goes and puts it on the shelf where you see is probably close to 50 different healing potions.
Okay.
Just out here flexing on the potion shop girl.
All right, so let's jump over to Scrambles and Jackson. Uh, well, first of all, where are you going to head after that? You're going to go back to the inn? Oh, we lost her. Okay, that's my fault for changing my mind. All right, Scrambles and Jackson, give me.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say?
So what are you doing after you're leaving there?
Oh, sorry. I muted my mic because there's other people in the room. I think he probably heard from Scrambles that he was going to find the whitesmith. So, uh I think he's just like going to travel in that general direction, seeing if he can find it. Oh, he cannot. He doesn't fucking know where he is. He barely knows which way he came from. He went into the store and got turned around, and now he's just wandering the streets aimlessly.
All right, so Scrambles and Jackson, um, as you guys head out and head toward the whitesmith with the directions he gave you, um, you're quickly you're used to Neverwinter, which is relatively well laid out in sort of grids and things. So if you go down a block, you can usually tell what the city blocks are, and it's almost square cities, uh, almost like Salt Lake City. Whereas Waterdeep is the exact opposite. You may go 5 feet with there's an alley, 5 feet later is another alley, 45 feet later is another alley, all along one side of the road. You may not see an alley on the other side for 100 feet. Uh, the buildings are all a hodgepodge of different um, construction types. Some of them are stone, some of them are wooden, some of them look like they've been grown out of some sort of plant or fungus or mushroom that's been petrified. There's just all these different types of hodgepodge of in this part of the city where you are. And so it takes you a little while. Do you stop and ask for directions or you just keep looking?
No, I'm absolutely going to stop and find a street rat child or a weak looking man, anybody who is smaller than me. I'm going to stop and find one of those people.
Okay. Um, So with their help, you're able to find it in about half an hour. You're able to figure out where it is and how to get there. So you go in there and you see there's it's a long building, goes back about 50, 60 feet, and then um, in the back you hear ting ting ting, and you see there's various different jewelry, a lot of different weapons that are silvered. You see then as you move further back, there's a little counter, and then you can see more gold and platinum and um, uh, mithril weapons and armor, jewelry behind the counter and such. You see that there's as you're sitting just inside the door, is this bored guy. He looks to be another Goliath,
Awesome.
and he just sort of watches you as you guys come in, doesn't say anything, and as the bell tinkles uh, from when you open the door, uh, there's a little dwarf comes waddling out from the back. She's wearing a nice silk shirt and dress, and comes up to the counter, a big smile on her face, waiting to see what you guys are gonna do.
Nice. So I will look up at her and I'll go, fine lass. I need to speak with your whitesmith here. I have some work I need commissioned.
As he reaches down below and pulls out a little book, flips open, and you see it's almost like a diary with these blank pages in it, and
Sure.
it says, "Well, of course. What type of work were you looking to do?"
Actually, pretty simple. I just need like a 4 foot stand, 4 foot tall, with 3 rods that has a plate on top of it. That's about a foot long disc, like a foot long plate on top of 3 rods, like a really tall candle holder thing. I just need it to hold something that weighs, I don't know, 10, 15 pounds. Doesn't even need to be pretty. It just needs to be functional. But of course, the prettier the better. And I need it done as quickly as possible, hopefully tomorrow morning. And I'm willing to pay to expedite the process. And I'll pull out my sack of gold and kind of set it onto the countertop.
So as she's doing that, she's sketching in the book a little picture of what is it that you're describing. Um, it sounds like a brazier. Is that correct? A bowl with
So I'm gonna
you
out
set
of
the bowl
game.
on top of the tripod.
Yeah, exactly. Scramble's plan is
Okay.
to stick the dragon heart on top of it because it freezes everything it touches. So I'm gonna stick it up top on this big giant thing so it can be displayed.
Okay. She says so. So she quickly just sketches that out and says, "And what material did you want it made of?"
Um, Silver or polished steel, something shiny and pretty.
Well, we don't work with the baser metals here, but
Bug.
if you're looking for, uh, we can do some. What is the price range that you're looking at?
I'd be willing to pay. I don't know. I'll lean towards back to Jackson because that's what I brought him here for. And I whisper into his ear, "Hey, what seems like a fair price for what I just asked for? You know the price of metals. I have no idea how much silver goes for by the foot." And I assume he'll tell me that.
So you're muted
I
if you're talking.
not anymore. Yes, I will do that.
Perfect.
He'll give us a preferred customer discount too,
Here, I'm whispering. As soon as
because he
Brown
respects my
catches up.
knowledge. My knowledge. My knowledge is great.
There we go. There you go.
Okay. Wow, that's expensive. All right, let's see. Where perception, insight. Yeah, I'll see if I can talk him down. Give us at least
He
10%.
asked you how much it would be.
I'm asking Jackson because I don't know. I have no idea
Oh,
how much it costs to
well,
build this out of metal.
I would say that a reasonable retail would probably be about 22 gold.
Oh,
I think
done.
we can probably get them down to about 18, probably.
So I'll let her know. Hey, I was
Damn it.
thinking about 20 gold would be a good price to build it, raw material and a labor. But if that's something you can have done by tomorrow, I'd be willing to pay 30 for it.
Dude.
As I mentioned, if you want to go to our sister store, um, my brother works on the baser metals, and he can set you up with an iron brazier for about that price. He may probably already has some built. Um, if what we would do here is we can build it and then plate it with gold or silver.
Oh, that's okay. Do you have anything in that kind of general realm here already built, maybe out of a nicer metal?
So she go ahead and give me a percentile.
Perfect. And meh,
What?
no.
Plating.
That's fine.
Correct.
It's my percentile.
She does not have anything. She has a bowl, a large
Okay.
platter, made of platinum, but
That's going to be
that would
expensive stuff.
fit on top of it. But
Okay.
it would does not have the actual brazier to hold it and
Okay.
have it.
Well,
Plating is
I
very
will
expensive. So.
I will definitely go over to your brother's or their sister shop or whatever you said. Do you know the name of the shop and can I give him your name so he knows you sent me?
Is it in the same town?
Yes.
You know that?
I assume she's gonna tell.
I was waiting for the other foot to fall.
And she's has she said, well, actually, you can help us out. Um, we have a delivery that's going over to where they are, and we need some ore brought
Would I
back.
be able? Would I be
Uh,
able to offer my services as a way of cutting our prices way down?
you can ask. But
All right.
so she's
I
saying, and if
Question
you
though,
want
she
to
tried to get us to.
bring, if I will send Reynold with you. He can show you the way if you take and bring back the goods that we need.
Why not?
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'll offer my services to help in some way figure out something in the interim. See if I can be of help because obviously they would know from our discussion and whatnot that I am probably a higher level than they are with all my dwarf highfalutin practices and learning.
Yeah, Scrambles doesn't want to work, so he's just gonna follow Reynard because he doesn't care.
Okay, so you're not buying anything from them.
Nope.
So offering them your services, are you gonna look to buy something or make something there?
I could. I'm not sure what I would. I have a couple things that are kind of. I have a small gemstone I could do something with. It might be too small for that for them, but I've got the amulet clock. I've got platinum to work with.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I got. I got a
So are you
candelabrum.
asking to use their
No,
equipment
I'm
to
just saying maybe I
make
could do
a?
I may have to do some repairs or something just to as a offer of good faith and respect of the craft. I'm not exactly. I'm asking from them if they need something that I could do just to
Okay, give me a percentile.
okay. Oops, did it drop one? One went off and one went on. Let's try this again. There we go.
All right, so they do have a set of silverware they're working on. So they are willing to help you to have you work on that. It's a mold, so we'll be working with the silver to craft the various pieces, the spoons and the knives and forks and things. So they will put you to work doing that.
Okay, cool.
How long are you going to
Gladly.
work there?
I say like maybe 2 hours.
Okay. All right. So, um, talking, you said you were just wandering around the city. You happen to notice as you
Oh.
are able to finally find your way back toward the um, yawning portal. You do see there's a notice board but on the side of the wall of the yawning portal. See a couple people stopping and reading it and then moving on. Um, Zorkel, you also would have seen this. All right, so Scrambles, you're taken to it's about a 10-minute jaunt. This kid is it's a dwarven kid, and he's weaving through traffic, zipping down alleyways, um, climbing up over uh, back fences and things, and gets you takes you to an actual blacksmith, and you see it's about double the size of the one that Jackson used to work at. They have 4 kilns and uh, several different workbenches and 8 different anvils and things and there's probably 6 or 8 dwarves. I mean, 6 or 8 people. 4 of them are dwarves, and then a half orc and 3 humans, all working on different pieces. And the heat. It's an open air in the back, but even from where you guys entered in the shop itself is it's open to the back. So the heat from the back, you can still feel it as you're entering the shop, and you see there's again this huge selection of weapons, and there's some lots of mundane items. Normally, you would expect to see things like plowshares and uh, things that to work the ground. There's not a lot of those here. There's smaller ones like little trowels and things like that, but there's different knife sharpeners and lots of different knives and different cooking utensils and um, cleavers and things like that that are more for the city. There's not a lot of farming equipment in this one. Um, but you go in there and you do see that there's a whole section of different braziers, uh, and there can just one that fits your size if you just want a regular
Perfect.
steel or iron brazier,
Yes.
and
The
then
shinier, prettier one. And how much does it cost?
it's 22 gold.
Okay. Now, is there? I'm assuming there's someone behind the counter I'm buying this from. Is that right?
Correct. There are a couple people in there. There's also another guard by the front door, another Goliath.
Perfect.
It looks like the same guy, but you're pretty sure it's not because you just left him. But they look the
Eh,
same.
Okay. Well, that's perfect. I will walk up to the counter with that brazier then, and I will put it down onto the counter, and I will say, "Good day, sir."
All right, and this human teenager comes walking up, sweating a little bit, and well, hello, and what you need? We've got your delivery. It's coming right back out.
Perfect. Um, I would like to purchase this brazier, and I was curious if I could have it customized a little bit. If do you guys do any kind of like fine detail work? I'd like to add a small dragon claw in the center of it, like a 5-inch, 6-inch dragon claw. Is that something you guys can do?
Okay, give me a
I could also
percentile.
probably do some small engraving and whatnot.
Give me a
You want to
percentile.
get fancified.
Giving him a percentile? Okay.
All right, so you see that they have various wall decorations and such, and one of them is this claw
Awesome.
that you could say was a dragon claw.
Cool. I'm gonna grab that thing and say, hey, can you attach this to the center? So like, you know how they come down into like an X? I want it in the middle, kind of pointed up towards the bowl thing. I want to know if they can make that happen and how much it would cost and how long it would take.
Okay, so he takes it back. He hands you the bowl, takes the brazier and the claw back, and about 5 minutes later, it comes back and sets it down. And says, "Well, you need to get careful. That's hot, so don't put your tongue on it." And uh, they because they're helping them, everything's gonna be 20 gold. And he puts. And this dwarf comes over with this what's sort of like a um, sea bag, this big long bag with handles on it. Sets it up on the counter with a thud.
Excellent. Well, that sounds like a fair price. I will take it from him and I will tip him. I'll pay him the 20 gold and I'll tip him 5 silver.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get rid of that. And of course, I'm not going to burn myself. I'm going to be careful to not burn myself. And then I will go ahead and I will return with the product as promised because I'm supposed to be delivering something back to the first place. So I will take it back to
Yep.
them.
So
Can you
you put this
can you
thing
get a
on. It's
leather
about
cover for
100
it?
pounds
Oh, wow.
of. It looks to be feels like just chunks of rock as you're shifting it. behind you, and every once in a while you have to shift a little bit as it digs into your back and stuff. Um, who is taking? Let me go to the party sheet and see who has. By the way, Havoc RPG. I typed to him and stuff, but he stopped in a few minutes ago. Let's go, and we're about ready to take our break. I'm looking to see something here in the. Here it is, blade. So Godin has a bag of holding. Who is taking the other one that's here?
There's 2 bags of holding.
You guys just were
Yeah.
given one.
Oh, Godden
I
bought
have
his own. Yeah,
I have the one that has the dragon head in it, I believe, or the heart.
the head.
You guys were just
Yeah.
given
I
one
have
from
the
the
I have the wrapped heart. I
package.
have your backpack in the bag of holding that has the dragon heart in it.
Okay, perfect. I would love a bag of holding if nobody else cares. I'm definitely going to buy one if there's not. If
Aren't they really expensive?
yes,
Can you even loan you some money? I can put you on one of my baking payment plans.
I don't want to borrow money from him.
Okay.
um.
Sure. Fine.
Anyway, does anybody per se want this or willing to die for it? Because I definitely want it, and if not, I'm going to buy one.
No, I'm cool.
It's all you.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Since you own it, then we can put shit in your stuff.
Heck yeah.
All right, so since you have the bag of holding, you're able to put the brazier in there. The bowl is very hard. You have to really squeeze it in, but you're able to finally get it in there because the opening of the bag is very small. Uh, go, but at least you're able to carry the brazier. This sack that you're holding is definitely too big to put in there that you're carrying across the town. But again, the
Oh
kid
yeah.
takes off, zipping back. It's almost as fast as he was before. Um, not carrying that you're carrying a heavy thing, and you get back to the silversmith. Um, as you're there, you see Toggin sort of down the street, sort of looking at the different buildings and stuff. Toggin, go ahead and give me a. Where is it? There. No, there it is. Give me that roll.
Yeah, sorry. Everything on my end is going all fucky wucky. So, Fantasy Grounds is the only thing that is working for me at the moment.
All right, yeah. So he doesn't see you as you're
If
walking down the street with his sack. Um, you see him about 40 feet away. Again, just sort of looking around at the buildings, and he seems to be meandering. Doesn't really seem like he's walking with a purpose.
Okay. I will, after I've dropped my crap off at the place I was supposed to drop the crap off at, I will walk over to Talgin and I will say, "Ah, funny seeing you here." And I'll kind of slap him on the shoulder. I'm gonna head back to the bar, and then I'm
is
gonna.
it really that funny? I I am also trying to head back to bar. I might follow you.
Sounds good. And I'm gonna kind of walk back to the bar.
All right,
With
and
Talgin. I'm not trying to lose him or anything.
I mean, he got a nat 1 on his survival check to try
Oh,
to find his way
so did
around the
Scrambles.
city, so
Yeah, so did Scrambles.
yes, but Scrambles asked for help. So
Yeah, I for
all
sure
right,
I had
so
no
yeah,
problem
you're
asking.
good to go. You remember the different landmarks that were pointed out as you go, um, and Toggin is helping. Uh, every once in a while, where he's like, "Oh, I
Blind leading
came
the blind
down
around here.
came down that alley, so I know where that's not where the bar is."
yeah, the people
And
in the room with me called us Dumb and Dumber, so
There you go.
So you guys end up back. You do see the notice board as well.
Hey,
Um,
Lucy.
and we will go ahead and take our quick 10-minute break. So don't go anywhere, folks. We will be back at 10 minutes before the hour.
Righty.
All right, we are back. It is 10 till. So everyone is back in except Jackson. As you guys come back into at the bar, um, go ahead and see if I can find this again. All right, so it's Taugen scrambles, um, and Zorkel sitting at the table. And as you do, this woman comes up. Let me see if I can find her. All right, give me a little. That's not what I wanted. This is what I want.
Jackson has a fine example of some craftsmanship. The Elkridge
Go ahead.
build.
So Jackson, go ahead and give me a blacksmithing roll at it with advantage.
Okay.
I'm waiting for Fancy Grounds to catch up.
Ketchup. Here we go. Come on, baby. Wow. I'll use my inspiration. No, I'm not going to. But I
But
should.
I don't see that with advantage. So go ahead and roll
I
again.
did. All right. That's cool. I'll take it. I pressed it. Come on. There we go.
Actually, I don't see a roll from you at all. Okay,
Really?
whatever you did, you didn't roll.
It just popped up.
There we go. Now it was at advantage. All right, so 14. All right, so you're
Both the same.
working there, and
Okay.
you're doing a fairly good job. You know, as the pieces come out of the mold, you shine them and stuff. And there's a couple that they have to warn you, to be more careful, to take your longer time. You're used to working with the normal steel and iron, um, so you're more about speed than having to deal with these fancier, softer metals. Um, and so they move you up and give you a couple more tasks in the 2 hours that you're there. But the time goes by pretty quickly. All right, and then as so you start making your way back, go ahead and give me a percentile. I mean a survival check. All right, so you're able to make it um, relatively straight away back to the tavern. And as you come in, you see that there's a woman sitting at the table with the other three. And she has very dark skin, not. It's just basically similar to what we would, as players, would understand as Indian or African. I'm dying here. And so she comes and sits down and she says, um, one second. Fancy Ground is just being weird. Not sure what's. Oh yeah, it says my computer is exploding again. Let me see if I can close this. That will help.
Okay, at least it tells you.
And see if I close this, if that helps. It is not helping. Okay. We're not using this right this second. Let me see if that helps. Okay. Anyway, so she says, I see that you look to be mighty warriors. Are you perchance thinking of delving down below?
I suggested the nudie bar and nobody said no. So
How you answer that question?
exactly.
Oh my god. We're not with him.
So Scramples is gonna say, "Yeah, we were thinking about going down there. Why? Do you have any advice?"
Actually, my employer would like to. There we go. All right. All right. So I'm not able to pull up all the specifics, but I'll fake it until I'm able to pull it up. Um,
That's what she said.
I come from a land to the west. It's called Chult. It is an island, uh, and I serve one of the trading princes there, who was looking for artifacts and magical items.
Ooh.
If you would, if you find anything like that down below that you are not interested in keeping yourself, I will be willing to pay top dollar for anything that you find.
Okay. Now, when you say artifacts and interesting items, do you mean things that are like nostalgically pleasant, or just things that are usefully pleasant, or item wise?
Yes. He says yes.
I'm not sure I understand your question. My dialect here. I'm not familiar with how you all speak here, but I am looking for magic items
Ah,
of all kinds.
okay. Are you interested in any items from magical beasts, like a griffin's head or
No,
a harpy's heart?
no
Okay.
swords and
Perfect. Do you have like a business card we could have, or a name we could put down, so when we come back out, we know where to find you?
Has you a slab of wood. Hang on to that. He said something, I didn't hear it.
it's starting to cooperate a little bit more now. So let me see if I can. Here it is. Okay. My name is Obaya Uday. I'll put that in the chat. And she has, there is a quest. I'm also interested in spell books. So if you are able to find any magical spell books that you do not want, I will pay for those as well. So did you all get the quest?
Mhm.
Yes.
All right.
I saw
That
that.
is
Oh, yep. Y'all want to do sewer inspection? Come on.
so. If you go over to the
What's that little? Oh, I found the mystery.
campaign, it is there. Okay, so if you go over to the campaign category over to the right, there's quests. You'll see a lot of the ones that you've already finished, um, and I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of most of those. But you'll see the hunt for magic items quest in there as well.
And what's the little coded what message on the bottom right? Anybody know?
And with that, to answer your question, um, Scrambles, she says she's staying here at the Yawning Portal. She has a room here, so she will
Okay.
see you when you return.
Perfect.
All right. So Jackson asks about the notice board outside.
I was also going to ask about that.
My assumption was that it was just in Thief Cant or something.
I don't know how I put an arrow in a throwing shit on here.
All right. Who is So it is not. Actually, you don't have any rogues in your party, so you're not sure. Uh,
Can you get rid of that pointer going on? Wait.
so are you asking? I mean,
Yeah,
so
I somehow I put
nobody
it.
there knows. None of the group is responding or saying anything. All right.
You said,
So
"Is there a rogue?" And then you said, "No, there's not a rogue." So what do you want us to say?
Yeah, I don't know what you wanted us to say to that.
no, I'm saying nobody's saying anything because nobody knows what it is besides
Yes.
what Toggin said.
Yeah.
It was not meant for our eyes.
Sneaky, sneaky.
I didn't know Thieves' Cant was this obvious. It's very clearly a hidden message here. I just don't have the decoder ring for it, so
Exactly.
Scrambles doesn't care. I'm gonna go back inside and find Godden. And once I find Godden, I'm gonna ask him
He's
for the
upstairs in
stuff
his
he was.
room.
Perfect. I'm gonna ask him for the stuff he was carrying for me. Hey, can I have my stuff back? I appreciates it.
I will
Make
pull
sure you
out
knock
the
them.
bag of holding, carefully grab the backpack and head it to him.
Cool. I stick all that crap in my bag of holding.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go down to or go to my room.
Your backpack is back up in the party sheet.
Awesome. Go to my inventory. Boom. What is Soul Icker? Oh, that's not my backpack. Okay.
that was the stuff that Practos gave you in case any of you decided that you wanted to be interesting and drink it.
Yeah, it
I
was
see.
pretty fucked up.
And
Very
give up
fucked
your
up.
soul at the chance for a bunch of power.
That's right.
All right,
Random one.
so the Zorkel, as you're sitting down at the table and listening to the music,
Yes.
they are very good. There's a couple different bards that take turns. There's a trio and then a solo player.
I bet. I bet
All
I
right,
could.
Maybe when
Legion,
you
I could
grow
beat
thank
up,
that
you
you.
could be one
that.
of them.
Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate you. You got me on that one. Um, so Legion subscribed for the first time. Woohoo! So thank you so much for that.
Nice.
Appreciate you. Uh,
Congratulations.
anybody else out there, by the way, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free one every month. So throw it my way. I'll be your friend forever. Awesome. So Legion, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. Um, so the as you guys are sitting there, one of the okay, so they you haven't said that yet.
Hey, that
Okay, yeah,
hunt
they
the
did. Okay.
hunt for the magic items quest thing was as soon as I saved it, I can't bring it back up. Like I put it on my thing because apparently we don't have the module. The quest for a dungeon for the Mad Mage, so
Let me look.
I can't read
Quests
it anymore. Yeah,
is I don't see any
you give
quests.
us
What
the
happened to
quest
the
to
quest?
hunt
Let
for
me
magic
see.
items,
I know. Let me look. Let's see what's going on. Um,
and
the hunt
I
for
saved it
magic
so we can look
items.
at it again. Now I can't find it. I mean, now it won't come up anymore. Cool. So very rare. 5,000 platinum.
All right, there we go. Yes, so everything she offers is in platinum. So if you didn't catch that, um, so you add a zero to it, and that's the gold,
10, 50, 500, 5,000. 5,000. Okay, cool.
and 50,000 for the very rare.
5,000. Oh, you're talking about gold. Yeah, okay.
Mhm. All right, so now if I close this, okay, so it's still there. Okay, there we go. I must have hit something and not stop sharing it by accident. Okay,
Well, no, it was shared. It's just when I saved it in my slots so that I could bring it back up. But when I went tried to bring the table back up, it was not recallable because we don't have the module loaded.
all right, so
Wee-hoo, white boy.
you guys gonna go upstairs and rest. It is now um, starting to be dusk.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a room.
Mm.
All
And
right,
before
so
the party breaks, Togin's going to inform them that he is going to be busy tomorrow. So so they're not wondering where the fuck he is.
Good.
Okay.
Jackson is going to be doing a little
Did we
socializing at the bar.
did we ever did we get the final experience from the finishing the battle off with the and with the thing last week before we before getting transported here? I knew we were so close the week before to leveling up, and then it's like we haven't had any experience since. Did we not get in any battles in the last week and a half?
yes, you did get it was 10,000 experience that you guys split that took you up to this point. Last week you didn't get
Why
any.
we're so close.
You
Last week we didn't have any
didn't get
combat at
any.
all.
Right after
Okay.
the fight, you guys out of the arena, you guys haven't had any.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm looking for a thing in the meantime. Zorkol, if you would give me a slash DIE, if you would type that in the chat, slash DIE space 1D 10,000, and then press the up arrow and do that one more time. Okay,
Ooh, this is getting exciting.
thank you. All right, so
Did we do that?
as you are sitting there and getting ready to finishing up your drinks and getting ready to go head upstairs, Scrambles, you said you bought him a.
Meal.
So you didn't buy him a room?
No, just a meal.
No, I just bought him a
Okay.
meal.
Gotcha.
But I have a room. He's welcome to crash in if he wants to sleep in my room. I don't care.
I'll get a room. I can pay for my own room.
Oh, me, rich man.
I mean, free is a great word.
All right, so let us see. As you get ready to go, you hear a slight yelp from the banister just above you, and this human teenager is carrying this large barrel and trips, and the barrel sort of in slow motion tips, and you are covered from head to toe in molasses as this barrel barely misses you, but all the molasses that was inside it just covers Zorkel.
Yikes.
That's a sticky
And
situation, man.
Molasses.
the almost everybody in the entire bar starts laughing and clapping as the kid is quickly trying to run down the stairs.
Oh,
Roll for
like
initiative.
Right? Roll for initiative against a
Murder
barrel
the
of
tavern boy.
like tar molasses, right? Like well, not like tar, but like
It's like very thick honey
Syrup.
or
Or
yeah,
syrup.
thick
Yep,
syrup.
very, very
gross.
thick.
I'm not ready for this.
You're gonna take ongoing diabetes damage.
I mean.
I'm not sure, man. I'm
So
that
the
threw me off my game.
so
And now you threw him off his rhythm.
the kid grabs the barrel and just sort of stammers, and he sees beet red, and he backs away and just books it into the back.
I'm just gonna glare, and I'm gonna. Do you work here? That's what I'm gonna ask. Do you work here?
He's gone. He's.
Ran
It
away.
was clear. Yes, it was clear he worked here. And
I'm
the
going to go
bartender
demand.
comes over and says he's smirking a bit as he walks over, and he'll hand you
This fucking guy.
a token saying, "It's on the house for all the entertainment you provided. Uh,
Oh,
Upstairs
this
and to the
guy.
left, you'll see that there's a bath there, and they'll take care of you."
I need.
All the
I'm gonna need a
entertainment you
free room for
provided.
this. That's what I'm gonna demand a free room for being covered in molasses.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh,
You
where'd it go?
busking outside, that's not entertainment enough. You getting covered in a barrel of molasses? Absolutely worth a free bath and a free room.
Oh, well, I picked up the wrong one. Persuasion.
So he agrees. Well, all right. Well, let's go ahead. Um, and he'll come back over and hand him hand you a little chit that allows you to sleep upstairs in one of the 4 bed rooms.
Holy shit!
Oh, sweet. And I'm gonna make my way to go and take a shower, cursing and muttering under my breath. I'm also
All
gonna
right.
make a note that I hate this guy. So I remember his name. I hate this bartender now. I'm making it a note.
It wasn't.
He's never coming back here.
What about my
Scrambles.
great pun? Wasn't that a great pun, guys? I did well.
Scrambles will lean over as Zorkel is walking by. He'll lean over to Talcon and go, "That would never happen to a great artist like Nickelback." And then he'll sit back
Oh,
over.
Hey, that's right.
He'll sit back down.
Write that down in your diary.
mm,
Right.
ouch, my pride.
You also know Three Strings is one of the solo artist who's playing, by the way.
Oh,
It also, so if you wanted,
yeah. I'll
um,
use it in context then. I'll say it's 3 strings because I know about it.
Durnan. The bartender's
And
name is Durnan.
Tuggan is just nodding along because he doesn't know who Three Strings is. So he's just kind of, smile and nodding.
It's
I
like,
mean,
yeah,
All
I,
fuck
right, so
that
it's
guy.
very sticky, and it's hard to see as this stuff keeps melting into your eyes, even though you keep wiping it away. And you start to make your way upstairs, and you go into the room, and you open the door, and there's this poof, cloud of smoke. This
Oh,
billows out as you open the door, and you're choking, gagging, and choking. Uh, Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
oh my gosh, I'm gonna get fucked up here, aren't I?
Yeah.
Can we help him out?
As both Exempt Tim 3 and Mantha 8225 gave you a magic surge.
Nice.
Oh, I rolled tens on both of them. What is this? This last full
I
one.
All
mean,
right, so
hey,
you
that's perfectly
cough,
average.
choke, drop down to your knees as it's almost like pepper spray as your eyes are starting to water even more, and snot's just pouring from your nose as you're trying to breathe and catch your breath, covered in this molasses. And the dwarven lady that's working up there today sort of comes over and doesn't really say anything. She just sort of leads you and sort of points you without touching you over to this bath. And as you take off your clothes, so she's like barely touching them, takes them
Ugh.
and puts them in a little box, and they come out and they're clean. Um, and
Oh,
does
that's
that with
cool.
everything that your equipment and everything that's in your pouches and everything. Just puts them in this little box that cleans it all. Um, Same thing that happened yesterday with scrambles. As you're in the bath, the water dissipates everything, including the molasses. It takes a little bit longer, but it does dissipate, and the water stays clean, and it's nice and relaxing, and you're finally able um, to to clean yourself off. So not world ending, but fairly humorous. Couple
Was it
magic
was it
surges.
just smoke?
Nice. Just
Nice.
smoke that you choked on.
Oh, I'm not having a good time right now. I'm gonna
Right?
pout in the shower.
think about how you should have been an accountant like your father said.
Yeah.
Before Scrambles goes up to his room, he's gonna ask Taugen, "Hey Taugen, I have an art and craft thing I'm trying to do. Could you help
An
me?"
art and craft thing.
Shit.
It's true.
I do not know of these art and craft, but I would be interested to learn more.
Cool. So Scrabble's thought process is he saw Toggin and how well Toggin did with the snow and the ice, and he knows that getting that fucking heart out of his backpack is gonna be a real bitch. And even Scrabbles and how tough he is, he doesn't want to have cold hands for that long. So he's hoping Toggin will be able to help him peel the heart away and put it on the little thing for him. So that is what my plans for the rest of the
Okay.
evening are. Take a long rest, make the statue thing a thing, and
Meanwhile, my
Toggin
mind just went immediately to, oh yeah, we're gonna go get some glue and glitter and
freaking a popsicle birdhouse.
yeah.
No.
All right, so um, you're trying to set up the brazier in your room.
Yeah, I'm gonna set the brazier down and then get because the heart is inside my backpack and my backpack is frozen. So I'm going to try to carefully take it apart with Taugen, and then I want to put the heart on top of the brazier and then put that whole apparatus into my bag of holding. So that way when I go to get rid of it, it'll be like one fluid thing I can just take out and be like, here we go, boom.
All right, and how are you going to thaw the backpack?
Uh Friction.
I
What are you
with
two doing in
I've
that
got
room?
prestidigitation. I've also got witch's fire, which is basically alchemist fire that doesn't really go out. Um we could try, but
I could
there's
spit
a
on it.
All
there's
right,
a
so give
good
me a
chance
percentile.
that your backpack might not make it out of this.
Oh, that's cool. I don't give a shit about the backpack. I now have a bag of holding, so ooh,
Oh, look
10%.
at you!
All right,
Damn.
so yeah, you're able
That's
to
awesome.
use the you set up the brazier using the brazier itself for its actual normal intended use of lighting smoke. Um, it's I mean lighting fires. You carefully pour a little bit at a time, and just enough to melt the ice around the backpack, and then you are able to open the top itself, and again working, you're able to get the heart out without destroying the backpack. So you have the backpack now.
What?
It's wet, but that'll dry overnight. And speaking of overnight, go ahead and take a long rest. And Exempt Him says, instead of smoke and mirrors for Zorkel, it's smoke and molasses.
Nice.
Uh, I almost got dazed, got covered in sap. I am gonna enjoy that long rest though. And I swear to God, if that bartender's still there in the morning,
I
A
think
child.
the thing is, I think this guy works here, so you're probably gonna see him again.
he's my new mortal enemy.
Oh
And
He's
my
got
god.
two barrels of molasses he's
Durnan
carrying up
owns the
the stairs.
place. Durnan owns the
Yeah.
place, and you know that he is also a retired adventurer who successfully went down into the Undermountain and brought back enough stuff to build and buy this land and then build this tavern.
Yeah, so
I
this
was
guy would
pretty
beat you in a
weak.
fight.
Oh, I hate this guy so much.
Turns
He's
out
so
the whole
smart.
molasses thing was not an accident. Turns out this guy was like, well, I said no to this guy performing in my tavern, and then he just went right outside the door and started playing. So, hey kid, I'll give you a little something extra if you go dump this barrel on this guy.
I hate this guy
Just
so much.
saying.
He's my new
That was what
mortal
really
enemy.
happened in the first place.
All right. So you guys wake up next morning. Talgan takes off. What are the rest of you guys doing? So what is your ultimate goal? Um, Lord Cinder was the only one who sent me anything throughout the week. He's also the only one who hasn't done what he sent me, and so I really don't know what you
Oh,
guys are looking to do or what you want to do or.
So right now, my ultimate goal is to sell this awesome, rare dragon heart piece of art
oh,
slash
you're not
cool thing that
keeping
I
it?
have. No,
I thought you were gonna. That whole point was to put it in Tressendor Manor,
no, I have a
with the
dragon
adventure
head.
thing.
I have a
Okay.
dragon head already. I have
Okay.
to get that stuff too. So Scrambles has two things he wants to do today. He wants to get the dragon head taxidermied, or at least commission that work, and then he wants to go and sell this dragon heart, particularly like downstairs. The guy who owns this whole thing has all sorts of weird shit all over the walls anyway.
Yes,
So
he
he's going to
does.
start with the owner of the tavern, see if he's interested in buying it. Because I know what he doesn't have. He doesn't have a dragon heart that's permanently frozen and emitting cold, being awesome.
I mean, really, also market it as an air conditioning system
Yeah,
for the summer.
it does all of that stuff. It slices, it dices.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get molasses off of you.
I mean, that's how you get ice for your drinks. You just kind of hold the tray over the dragon heart.
Yeah.
So there's another image of the yawning portal. Um,
Nice.
it's a little misleading because you have seen that he only lowers and raises the winch for one person at a time. These people are just rabble rousing and having fun. Um,
These people are about to get
Aren't the
kicked out.
winches the servers?
you have found out that it's 140 feet down, and you did see one half orc who was climbing down. Didn't want to pay the gold, so he climbed down, or at least
Dear
attempted
goodness.
to, beyond what you could see. And you didn't hear a crash or a thud, so he
he
may have
didn't.
climbed down. Um,
He didn't want to pay the 2 gold. I mean,
there's one gold
okay.
to go down, and then
Well,
when you're ready
one
to
to
come
get
back
back
up,
up.
there's a bucket down there that you
Oh,
put your gold
I
in,
thought you had to like
and
pay it in
then
advance to get back up.
yeah, you pay in advance when you're ready to come back up.
Mm, gotcha.
Um,
If one
What's a
part of the
portal?
party is already MIA, I'm gonna go to the rest of the party and tell them that I'm going to go to a weapon shop if they would like to join me.
Jackson
Do
will.
the what?
I want to go check out a weapon shop.
I'll go with
Jackson
you.
will go with you. Most certainly.
I did pick up some crossbow bolts. I used about half my supply in the last battle.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna
I got.
go ask around and see where the best one is.
Yep, I can do that.
all right, so there are tons of different ones all over the city. Um, go ahead and what is it that you're looking for?
A weapon shop, magic or non-magic. Honestly, I don't know if I have enough gold for magic, so
No, I mean, what are you
I'm
looking
just.
for within the magic in the weapon
Oh,
shop?
maybe a sword, maybe like some daggers, like or like uh like a melee weapon of sorts.
All right, so you have um, that's funny. He added hates Durnan the bartender in his notes. Um, just
Yeah, I said it. I said I was
half
gonna do it.
half of his total notes. He only had 2 notes, and that's one of them. Um, the um, so you're able to find pretty much anything you want. That's why I'm asking, what is it
Oh,
specifically that you're looking for?
um, I'm looking for some sort of an upgrade on my longsword, or something maybe unique, maybe, or some daggers. I'm just like out perusing and browsing, seeing what's there. I guess.
All right, so give me a percentile.
I'll help him because I'm good. He'll get a better deal from there.
Is there a percentile dice, or is it just like
Right
Yeah.
what?
click the
The
D10.
third one over, the D10, and you right click on it, and there'll be a little percentage sign.
Oh, I see. Okay.
All right, so you have a couple choices. There is a black.
Oh, that did not do what I wanted it to do. Do you want me to roll it again, or?
Let's go ahead and roll it again, just so you can see how to do it.
Okay.
There you go.
Holy shit. If you right click
Damn.
once you've selected the D10, if you right click it, it keeps adding more D10s to your pile. And I did
Yes.
not know that.
Mhm.
It's the same with any
Yep.
die.
So you
So
rolled
if you take
4d100 that time. All right. All right. So you
I'll
have.
do it.
Did you get that weapon?
Did I get the? Oh, yes.
Okay. So it's a black longsword. There's also. I will also give you a. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It is a. Is it Malice? No, it is.
Ooh, I could do
Nice.
that one. So I
What
could do. If I
Wow,
just
there's
kept
no
doing
way.
that, I could do though.
Yeah.
10,000.
Well,
This is a really cool sword to me.
it's
A
also
lot.
right clicking when you're holding dice is really nice for if you're like upcasting spells and they do extra damage or something. If you upcast them, you just hold it and right click it.
I just never
Alright.
tried to hold and right click a percentage.
It's fair.
Okay. Yeah. So this is. I will also. The other choice would be one of these. Did you get the second one?
I did.
It will be a +2, but it comes with that curse.
Ooh.
Oh, a curse? I love curses. I'm very pro curse.
Is that the
I
same?
mean,
That's not the
you
same one that I have, right?
I don't know what's. No, do you have a. Yours is not cursed.
see. I don't know.
It's
Curse
just
is
it's
all
the
right,
same.
but Toggen's more of a hex kind of guy.
X with it.
All right. So do you have any questions about either one?
Um. No questions.
Okay. So think about it. Let me know which one of those two you want.
Okay. Can do.
So, Scrambles, you come down, present this thing. Give me a. I'm gonna push you a roll real quick. Scrambles. You. Insight. There we go.
Before
DC is
he
that.
rolls that, did Scrambles ever use the a little help that I gave him?
He did not. So go ahead and do a +2 in the next to the advantage. Click that button
Clicked it.
and then roll it. So thanks to a little help from Mantha8225 in a chat, you get a 15. So he says, as he makes eye contact with you, he says, "Did this come from down below?" And with a 15, you can tell that is dependent upon whether or not he's going to buy it, and he really doesn't um, care about the truthfulness of it.
I see. I see. I see what's going on here.
I do declare.
So
Of
what's
course,
the
this
trinket?
came from down below.
Ah,
This is
it's another great champion has returned with the spoils of battle from the yawning portal. Uh,
exactly.
and give me a percentile.
I mean, hey, all of the knickknacks around are just advertisements.
He will give you 430 gold.
Nice. Wow.
Ooh.
Uh,
I was hoping to get an even 5. I've been carrying this thing around in my backpack all the time. So I'm going to try and see if I can. I'm going to roll my inspiration to try and roll better to persuade him, hey, I had to
Okay, so
fight
then
through the portal to do all this and bring it from all the way down there all the way up here.
plus, you put it in that cool brazier. I mean,
Yeah, it's got a dragon
that
brazier and
has
all that.
you
so
can't
go
just
ahead and click the advantage button and
Awesome.
then roll the persuasion.
Thank God.
fucking
Drop
Drop
a
hell.
1.
drop the one. Very nice.
Yeah.
Still got a 13 though.
Stage is a -1 anyway.
So he'll bump it up 50. He'll say 480.
That seems fair. Hey, that sounds fair to me. Let's do it. Just make can I put my name on it so that way they know who discovered it down below?
So
The party
yes,
who found it?
there's
Get a
a
little placard or something?
an elf who comes over and will ask you what it was you fought, and how it died and that type of thing, and whether or not you tell the truth is up to you. But they will put a little placard like the other ones have with Scrambles the Death Dealer and Party and
I'm most
whatever you want to
concerned that
say.
it has my full name. Scrambles the Death Dealer, aka the Heartbreak Kid, aka
AKA.
the Dragon Demolisher. That's what I'm
Okay,
most concerned about.
so you can tell the elf doesn't care. He's like bored and
Okay.
is will
That's
gladly
fine.
takes down whatever
But
you
if he puts it,
said
that's
and puts it
perfect.
down and says it's it's a white dragon, and it's ancient white dragon heart, and so he gives it to
Exactly.
you to check it. Once it's clear, then you cast a little spell and you see it flares up and is engraved, burned into this little placard, and they
Cool.
are in the process of figuring out where it's going to go and attaching the placard to it.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice.
Heck yeah.
All right, and
And I'm gonna add you said 480?
480 to your gold, yep, or
Adding it
48
now.
platinum if you want. So that would just make it 53 platinum if you want to do it that way.
Yeah, let's just do it that way. 53 platinum.
Easier to figure out.
Boom. Yeah, it's just easier math. Cool. Well, that was all Scrambles wanted to do. Did he perhaps hear anybody talking about leaving to buy weaponry, or was that completely out of his purview?
Yeah, you guys were all. I'll say you guys
Yeah,
gathered
we're
for
all there.
breakfast, and we're
Yeah.
eating. We're telling, Toggin said he's going to go do his potions for the day, work with the alchemist, learn how they do
Well,
it here, that type of
Scrambles had
things.
intended on talking to Zorkel about joining our group and becoming a member of the Scrambled Eggs bunch.
The
Uh,
scrambled
Well,
but
eggs. I love
let's
that.
now, but then he got
Scrambled
covered in molasses,
Is
and
that
so that
officially our name now? The scrambled eggs?
it
I
is
like that
I
now.
better than
love
whatever else
that.
we had.
I did. It just came to me in a moment. So anyway,
It's a good moment.
Screw the Fandolin heroes. The scrambled eggs, obviously.
it's a trademark pending. Okay, we don't know. I'm not. I had to run it by the group with the scrambled eggs. Anyway,
I like it.
And really,
I like it a lot.
that's what the
Uh,
engraving
most
says.
most original name I've
scrambled and
actually been a part of in a long time.
So
To
anyway,
get bowling shirts with
yeah, the
scrambled eggs on the
scrambled
front,
eggs.
on the back, and then your name on the
Yeah,
front.
we're coming at you
That's
hard
a little
boiled.
Little eggs cracked with hatched with little baby versions of us. The pictures.
Yeah. Anyway, um, so Scrambles then, having recently had some money and not been able to talk to Zorkel about joining, he's gonna go try to find Zorkel in the group and maybe buy him something to make him join the scrambled eggs, because he would be a good asset, or so Scrambles thinks. So Scrambles
I
is
mean,
gonna
Okay.
head out to find the others.
we need somebody pretty on the team. We
Yeah,
do not have anybody that qualifies,
and somebody small enough to fit in a normal doors and buildings. So
Yeah.
right?
Or squeeze through an actual tunnel without getting stuck and bringing the house down.
Scrambles will make sure he knows that if he joins the group, he's the guy who goes into all the cracks from now on.
The crack delver.
Crack in the wall. Just to be clear.
Well, I mean, as long as we don't crack our eggs. Um,
Oh, forgot that I still on the D&D.
Oh yeah.
I mean the DM version.
Excuse me.
Let me switch this back. Player screen. There we go.
Yeah, Scrambles will head out to try to find the rest of the group.
All right. Anybody else doing anything? And Zorkel, have you made a decision? The black sword or the other sword? We
Oh,
cannot hear you if you're talking.
Oh, damn it! I do that. My bad. The black blade is
Okay.
standing out to me way more.
heck
Gotcha.
yeah. Murder
Alright,
blade.
yeah. The other one was the long
they
sword
look
of
really
vengeance.
fucking cool.
I have a player who has a my Morning Star of Vengeance, and the way it's cursed, it's a magical weapon. But one, you never want to give it up. Two, you have disadvantage with any other weapon besides that one because it wants you to use it all the time.
Oh.
And if anybody hits you, does any damage to you, you have to roll a saving throw or attack that creature until it's dead.
So if
So
you
it's
give him
been a
a
lot of fun.
playful slap on the shoulder, he just turns around and
It doesn't do
fucking murders
damage,
you.
and it has to
Okay,
take
Oh,
that's good.
damage
yeah.
in combat. But yeah, uh, but it's been a lot of
I
fun
thought
I
about
because
just
it.
like the image though.
someone will zap him with a spell or a arrow or something, and he's sprinting across the battlefield going after this guy.
Well,
And it's like,
what about if so what if we got a hex one of those the lightning hex thing going, witch bolt type thing, and somebody walks into it with that blade, and it's like, wait, gotta kill a witch?
Okay, that is you walking into hazardous territory. That's not on me, bud.
Still damage. The cursed blade may not know the difference. I don't know.
It's true.
I'd be concerned.
Well,
all
stop
right.
walking in between the witch bolt. Just saying.
Well, yeah,
So
obviously.
is it in? So go ahead and find it in your. It should be the top. It's the only other item that requires attunement.
Yep.
Is it identified?
How do I tell if it's identified?
Does it say
That-
Acheron blade?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
then
it
it's
does.
identified. All right. So uh, as a metagaming or out of character, I should say, um, since you're joining us at level 4.5, almost 5, uh, actually no, 5.5, 5.5, whatever the rest of the party is. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
fives.
we're
They're
five
fives,
and a half.
almost 6. So you would get one magic item anyway, and the loot that he gave you doesn't really count. So you
It
walk
was a
into
gift.
the place, give them a little ticket, and he says, "Your blade is ready for you, good sir," and he
Nice.
hands you the Acheron longsword. Um, it's
Sick.
as it says in the thing, it's made this strange black alloy. You're not sure. It has different cracks in it, but it's still very sturdy and strong, extremely sharp. Um, and there we go. So we will It's in your action inventory. Are you keeping your regular longsword for some weird reason, or are you gonna get rid of it?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so I'll get rid of that.
How much is it worth?
Not much.
My longsword, probably like some silver.
Yeah, it's a used longsword. So go ahead and click the circle underneath the A. That means you are tuned to it. Officially, it will take an hour, but that's fine. Um, we'll say you use that hour to attune to it. And it is versatile like a normal. Make sure it shows up in your actions. Doink, doink, doink. It is not. Why isn't it showing up on your actions? Combat. Standard. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
So you may have to stay standard. We're going to use it two-handed. You click the little where it says hand.
Yep.
Primary hand, you can click that and it'll change it to two-handed. And then it changes the damage that you do and such. And then we make sure it is coded as magic, which is perfect. Proficiency +1, perfect. Okay, so you're good. I'll just down below under, let's see, you have actions, stuff, racial. You don't have any items yet. So I'll add an items in there and then code it for you. So you can just click a button and add
Cool.
it to yourself and then do the
Neat. I'm
has a
excited.
disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn. Alright, I might just say the next saving throw it makes, period. So we don't have to worry about moving on.
Turn-based effects.
Yes. Alright. Okay. So that is Zorkel. You pick up your sword. Alright. Anything else? What did you guys now that you meet back at the end of the day? Does anybody want to do anything else during that day?
Yes, I need to get my dragon head taxidermied
Okay.
or drop it off to be
Take care.
taxidermied somewhere.
There you go.
Alright, give me a percentile.
Will do. And I will ask the bartender too, hey, do you know where I can go to have this done just so that way?
Yes, he does.
This bartender is everybody's best friend except Zorkel.
I hate him so much. He's so fucking smug.
Zorkel now has like a life goal to like take over this bar from the guy. Just steal it.
I just want to show him up. Just fucking flex on him.
Opens a new bar across the street and tries to take all of his patrons.
Alright, what do you want it mounted on?
A piece of nice wood, I don't care. Like a nice piece of wood that's not like shitty plywood. I don't even think
So
they
you're
have
looking to
plywood in
hang
D&D,
mounted on a
so
wall?
yeah, I'm gonna put it on a wall.
Okay.
Yeah, he wants to stuff it and mount it on the wall.
Yeah, I just know it will rot in my bag, so I don't want that.
Yeah. That's
Is there atmosphere in a no space bag? Could you
The bag,
preserve
10 minutes worth of
bag of holding? I'm sorry.
for one medium creature for 10 minutes can survive in a bag of holding.
I don't know. Little torture device. Throw them in there. Are you talking now?
I mean, really, it's
Ooh,
waterboarding
look at that.
without the extra steps.
So it'll be ready. It was 2d7. Could have been up to 14 days, 2 weeks. Well, actually, these are 10 days, but still. Um, it was. It'll be ready in 3 days.
They're
Okay,
super
and-
excited to work on that.
1, 2, 3.
and can I pay them to ship it to Vandalin back to my house?
That would cost you a bunch because it would
Oh, okay.
require. He says
Will they
go to the Merchants Guild, and you'll
Sure,
have
I'm not-
you can see if the caravan is going that direction.
That's okay.
Because it would have to be very well protected, so people don't steal it.
Yeah.
So you would have
Instead,
to
can
pay
I
for
pay
the
him?
warriors and
Can I pay him to hold it for me until I come back to get it? Because I'm going down into the cave thing.
sure.
Okay, I will. How much does it cost to stuff it?
You know how big of a house you have to be able to do that?
Yeah, like a giant
It's like-
mansion.
It would take, yeah, okay, we could take up half the room.
It's just the head.
No,
All
I
I
right.
know
assume
that.
it's like a
Just I get
buffalo-sized
screwed.
head.
All right. Um, it's closer to like half again an elephant's head. So it's probably 4 feet wide, and then from tip of the horn, all the way down to tip of the snout is close to 6 feet. Um,
Damn.
so to be able to, he's mentioned it would have to be a very strong wall. Would not Most wooden walls would not support it. Uh, you would need a stone wall to put it on there.
Yeah.
But he can do that, and he's gonna leave the back plane, so it'll be up to you to figure out how you're going to mount it, wherever you're going to mount it, whether you're going to, you know, but he'll make it on 6 inch wood, thick wood, so you can then
Good.
drill into it or do whatever you need to do to support it. He will hollow it out as well, so it won't be as heavy. Um, and what do you want the eyes to be? Glass
Ooh.
or
Ooh.
anything more expensive than that?
Yeah, he's got to have some kind of cool jewel. Does he have any like blue jewels?
Beads.
I have jewels,
I just got some money burning a hole in my pocket. So, does he
but
have any blue jewels I can put in there, or gold, or like
So
goldish colored jewels?
does any of you guys have
yes, I
jewels?
have some gems.
I
I have
have
I have
some
garnet.
pearls, but those ain't gonna be big enough.
What kind of gems are they?
I'm looking at the whole list here. It says I have one garnet. I have one. I don't know how big the garnet would could be cut down. I imagine, depending on if it's just for a necklace or is it from mining or something. And the staff board calls. You cut that up. Oh, we got the Rocky Talkies. Put one in each eye.
No.
That would be funny. Yeah, that's what I got. That's all I got. You have to ask the general manager here what he wants to make the garment be.
All right, so for just plain glass spheres,
Sure.
um, it'll be the normal price. If you want them carved to look like faceted gems in the eyes, again, just glass, uh, that would only be an extra 2 gold to have them carved. If you want them to be made into actual glass eyes, then that would be an extra 5 gold to have actual things that look like eyes and they're made of glass. Then if you want gems, it's really up to you how much you want them to be worth. They start at 25 gold each and can go all the
Cool.
way up.
I'll pay for 2 of the 25 gold
Hmm.
ones.
Okay,
I'll spend 50 gold on this,
so that's
taking it away
just
from
for
my.
the gems,
Okay.
and for the actual mounting and stuffing
Stuffiness.
and things, it will be, he says, if he's allowed to keep it for a week, a 10-day past
Okay.
when it's done,
Sure.
then it will cost you 100 gold.
Oh,
If
done.
you need it
That's a
when you
deal.
pick it up, then it'll be 200 gold.
Okay. No, that seems like a deal to me. I'll make that deal with him. So 150 out the door, and he's gonna hold it for 10 days.
Correct. So
Cool.
uh, I'll actually change that on the calendar.
Yeah, that sounds like a great deal. I'm assuming he's gonna show it off to people.
So it'll be ready on the night on the 24th of Night Hall. Cryo veins,
That-
stuffed head with gem eyes is ready.
Does he have a rough estimate of what this thing would go for when it's done? Like if he was gonna sell it, what he would sell it for? He might not. I just figured I'd ask.
Something that it would be hard to find a buyer, but you could probably get um, anywhere from 15 to 2,500 gold.
Wow. Cool. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, that is all I wanted to do. I will go back to the inn and talk to everybody. On the way back, I just want to kind of take my time getting back because I know we have a while. So Scrambles will walk around and kind of look at shit.
There's everything that you could imagine. Now, the taxidermist was right on the edge of the higher, the better. There are different quarters in the city. There's a dock quarter. There's the different quarters within Waterdeep, and there's almost a visible line between one side and the other of the street. The buildings are cleaner. The streets are cleaner. The buildings are newer, better upkept. The paint is fresher, things like that. As you go and cross over into the other quarter, um, you see vendors selling different things. There's even things like ice cream that vendors are selling, and various meats and flowers and um, foods, drinks that you can buy on the street. And then there's
Is there
pretty much any
somewhere I could
merchant you
send a
can
letter?
find.
Somewhere I can mail a letter at?
So that would be the Merchants Guild.
Okay.
Determine what caravans are going where, and then for a small fee they will add a letter to whatever city you're
Scrambles
going
wants to
to.
write a letter back to the mayor of Fandolin. I can't remember his name, Darvin or something or whatever his name is,
Okay,
to let him know we killed Cryovane
Arg.
and that we're safe.
all right. You can also spend 50 gold and at the temple donate 50 gold and they'll do ascending where it's a spell. You have 25 words and it'll go directly to that person.
No, I don't care enough about that. I'll just send it regular snail mail.
Okay,
I just bet a bunch of money
It's
on a
not
dragon
important
head.
enough.
I just balled out on a dragon head. I'm good.
nice. All right.
Trying to dot our I's and
Anything
cross
else
our
you guys want to
T's.
do before you heading off?
Uh, before Toggin leaves the potion shop, he's gonna like stock up on a bunch of supplies. And my reasoning for this is that we are so close to level 6, and at level 6 he can just make healing potions. Just make a bunch of healing potions.
That's
So
dope.
he this is my roleplay way of explaining why he's now suddenly able to make a bunch of them, is that
That's sick.
he got training to make them like more stable and bought
Heck yeah, he
a
did.
bunch of supplies. So that's what he wants to do.
Okay. All right. So are the rest of you spending the day at the tavern or doing anything else?
Yep. Yep.
I will, but I
Right.
want to just hate on dude the entire day. Just like glare at him, like
Okay.
He's out here
burning.
spreading
Uh,
rumors and
I hate him so much.
putting gum on his stool and
All right. So you are able to find out a little bit more. You hear some people talking, and you're able to determine that Hallister is the name of the mage. Um, and back in the day before Waterdeep even existed, um, there he started working on these with these magical things. Brought in some apprentices and started building his tower, and then started going underneath. He was very reclusive, and he spent more than 100 years working on this thing. And some of the apprentices left, some of them came back, some of them just disappeared. and you know that he was into planar travel. So he was going to different planes and trying to bring things back to add to his tower and the underground complex underneath. Um, and then at some point, he just disappeared. And he was, it was rumors are that he went mad, and that the most of his apprentices as well also went mad, and the dungeon and populating it became an obsession with him. And then, like I said, he just nobody's heard from him again. The tower started decaying, and over time it collapsed until Durnan and his group went down underneath it. There were other people who had come in over the years and tried to do stuff to it. The city slowly started to build around it, and then Durnan came in, cleared, went down there, came back up with a bunch of treasure. The rest of his party had been killed, so him and his partner, the partner left. He built it, and that's pretty much what you heard. You also heard some rumors that there was a ancient elven city here, well before, thousands of years ago, that
Mm,
nobody knows what happened to.
Wait, sorry, what?
cool.
So that are the rumors
Okay.
that you hear, and that is where we will leave it for tonight. So the plan is you guys are going to head down into the dungeon the next day
Yeah.
Yes.
after another long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Um, so that you should be able to find that stuff. What? Oh, it's not plural. Dork. There it is. So let me see. If you go under items, under campaign, there it is. Click. I'm checking the player view to see if I'm accurate. Yes. So there's a vial there for the player's handbook. Everything in this town is 10% more.
Okay.
So one vial, an empty vial, is 1 gold. So it'll be a gold and 1 silver. Uh, and then
Wow,
you wanted,
that's insane.
Wild. Just hold everything in your mouth.
There you go.
and then it just depends on what supplies you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how much the herbs and stuff to do that kind of to basically mass produce healing potions. I don't know what the herbs for that would cost.
And does it say in your ability?
No. I only records which you can own can be shared. That's great. It just says at level 6 the Wild Witch can use their expanded knowledge of herbalism, alchemy, and enchantment to mix healing potions. Once per long or short rest, you can spend 10 minutes brewing 1d4 potions of healing.
Awesome.
It doesn't say how much it costs or what it is. Yeah. It
Okay.
doesn't really
Does it say
explain
how long it
anything beyond
lasts?
that. How long what lasts?
The potion, which is
Uh
so. What is this called? Nature's Gift.
Healer's Brew.
Okay. All right. So we will all look at that and we can talk about it here in just a second. All right.
Okay.
So thanks guys for playing. I hope you enjoyed it. Um, no, no fighting today, but next
Only
week,
fighting with
if
barrels
you
of
jump down
molasses.
into the hole, then you will definitely be fighting. I can tell you that much.
We have to do prep. There's no way it's going to be quick when you're high level stuff. So
So don't forget, it will cost you a gold each to go down the hole. So
Does everybody have at least 10 gold?
oh, Micah does.
Wait,
We're all
I
depending
thought it
upon
was
him.
one
Oh,
gold each.
you're all
1
just
gold.
mooching off of
1 gold,
Micah.
1 gold each. It's two, one to get up, one
Yes.
get it back.
I
Yes.
know.
I'm not gonna
I
yeah.
I said 10 because I'm like, is 1 gold all of your money or like none of your money? That's why I said that.
All right, then go ahead and redeem